Hello everybody and welcome to my video today. We're going to make a card. We're actually going to do some mass producing of some cards. We're using Pick of the Patch. Now that is part of a bundle. You can get it with a punch. I'm just going to fussy cut today. I'm not going to use the punch. And then I'm using the ever beautiful, ever coveted, all about autumn designer paper from Stampin' Up. And we're going to use Moody Mauve as our card base. I then grabbed some Bubble Bath Pink and I embossed that with the basic embossing folders. That is a set of 3 that is on the online exclusives. If you have not checked that out on the website for stampinup.com, you will want to check that out. There is a set of 3 basic embossing folders, and these are the 3D embossing folders. So I am using that. I embossed all of my pieces, and then I'm going to trim my paper. At first, I thought I was going to do like an inch or an inch and a half for my strip. I will end up doing, I think, 2 inches and a quarter. I wanted something a little bit bigger. I wanted a little bit more of that design, but I do not have that much of this all about autumn paper left, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough for the cards. I am currently making thank you cards for my customers. This is something that I just have gotten out of the habit of doing and getting in the mail on time, and I really want to make sure to get back to that. So that is what I'm doing. I started out with just making a total of 12. If I need to make more at the end of the month, I always can. And if I have extras left over, then that's totally fine too. I'm just looking to have several on hand, and I also want to send a thank you card to a friend for something recently that happened, and I want to drop that in the mail, and I'm going to use this card as well. So the card base is just a standard A2 size card. I used Moody Mauve and I cut that in half at 4 1/4, and then I scored it in half, which is at 5 1/2. And then the pink piece, the Bubble Bath piece, is that what it's called? Bubble Bath is 4 inches by 5 1/4, so it's just a 1/4 inch taken off. And then these squares here are 2 3/4 by 3 inches, and then my strip of pattern paper is 2 inches and a quarter by 4 1/4. So really simple. So then I'm going to use Moody Mauve, and I'm going to stamp this pumpkin here. And I really did this all in one, like I embossed all of my pieces all at once. I cut all my card bases all at once. I'm going to do all of the stamping and then fussy cut it all at once. I'm not going to make you watch that, but just so you know, that's what I did. And so I'm just going to do the 2 I need for the card here, and then I mass produced after I was done filming. So I'm going to just fussy cut these 2 pumpkins out. I could have used the punch, but sometimes when a punch has multiple pieces, I get annoyed. If I'm like, particularly if I'm mass producing something, having to try to like remember how to stamp the things to cut them, to punch them out, is a little bit annoying. And the other thing is, I'm not popping up the leaves. The leaf that I'm using is not the leaf that's on the punch. And so for this project, it just didn't make sense for me to use the punch to do the pumpkins, but then to have to fussy cut or like stamp the leaves different. So I just skipped the punch. But you can totally use the punch if you want. So I fussy cut these. I stamped 1 in Moody Mauve and then 1 in the Bubble Bath. And then we're going to attach this to the white piece with the sentiment. Now, the sentiment that I'm using is from a retired stamp set. I just liked the font and the script on it. I wanted it to say, I wanted a thank you card. So I went ahead and used a retired stamp set, which is something that I often do. So I just want to also mention that Stampin' Up! Is having a pretty amazing promotion right now where you can get $68 in product, or you can pay $68 for product and get $125 in product. So you get 30% more in your starter kit, and that starter kit ships for free. So it's a really amazing deal to get that starter kit. I know a lot of people get nervous about it because you technically become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but you don't have to do any of the things that I do. A lot of people are just a demonstrator, so they get the discount on the product because every order you place with Stampin' Up! You get a discount when you purchase that starter kit. So I just wanted to mention that because it is a fabulous deal. You are seeing here on the screen where I stamped that stem for the pumpkin too low. So I just stamped over it because the pumpkin is going to cover it up. And I'm just moving the pumpkins down and up because the leaves and the stem I am stamping directly on the white piece of cardstock. Okay, so just really quickly, let me just finish the promotion that Stampin' Up! Is having. You can check out the details on my website, but there are two different parts of the promotion. You can either spend $68 and get $125 in product plus free shipping, or you can pay $125 and then you get $168 or right around there in product. So you're getting 30% more product or 35% more product because it's for Stampin' Up's 35-year anniversary. And then that ships for free, and then you get the virtual on-stage event for free. You get to see all of that fun. You'll get to see the new catalog that's coming up for January, the spring and summer mini. So it's a really amazing promotion. If you have questions, please reach out and ask. As I have seen orders come in this month, several of them have been over $70. And I just want to mention that you can get a really amazing deal for that $68 point price this month, and it is totally worth doing. And then even if you just want to continue to be a customer and continue to order from me, or if you're ordering from another demonstrator, you want to continue to order from them, you can totally do that too. There's like no rules about it. So I just wanted to mention it because it's such a great deal. You get so much more product, and that is always so fun to get that extra product. So I'm going to add some foam tape here to the back of my embossed piece. Whenever you do embossing like this, you want to use a strong adhesive or a lot of adhesive just so it doesn't pull up from your layers, so the layers don't pull up. I'm going to do that right in the middle, and then I'm going to take that pattern piece of paper and we're going to put that not quite in the middle. It is a little bit higher up. You can put it in the middle if you want. That would totally work. I'm using liquid glue, and then when I press this down, I'm going to hold it for just a second because, again, that is a raised space. And I want to make sure that all of that really presses down into that cardstock. That liquid glue will dry pretty fast, but just hold it down for 1 second. And then you're going to bring the panel over that you stamped on and you attached your pumpkins to. So the Moody Mauve pumpkin I did on dimensionals, and the pink bubble bath pumpkin I just did flat. And then the leaves and the stem, I obviously you saw me stamp that onto the white piece. So again, I'm also holding this piece down. I noticed my corners kind of were popping up. I needed probably a little bit more adhesive. So the last thing I'm going to do is bring over some of these embellishments. I've been using these a ton. I'm going to use the pink ones, but I made 12 of these cards and I used all 3 of the colors. I used the teal, pretty peacock color, and then I also used the green ones as well. I just used up that entire sheet. So on the first one, I stamped the thanks so much in Moody Mauve, and then the second one I did in Pretty Peacock. I would love to know which sentiment color you love the most. Is it the Pretty Peacock or is it the Moody Mauve? So thank you guys so much for watching this video. There are 2 other videos here on the screen for you that you can check out and click on and watch. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that. And if you liked the video, please give this video a thumbs up. I will catch you in my next video on Thursday. Have a great week, everyone.